Well, welcome everybody to tonight's opportunity call where we're going to share with you the Partner Co experience. My name is Paula Snow-Keough. I'm a Senior Vice President with Partner Co, and I'm excited to share with you this opportunity tonight with our host, Ricia Adair. She is our president here at Partner Co, and she's got 25 years in the industry. She was an owner of a marketing training company, a former film producer, focused on training a series for network marketers. And she is now number 43 in the world. Correct me if I'm wrong, Risha, afterwards. Number 24 in North America, has climbed 13 ranks in 7 months and has achieved number 3 in Canada in only 8 months. She is now ranked president and works with teams in 12 countries. And she recently got her $10,000 bonus. So congratulations, Risha, and thank you for tonight's opportunity call.
Paula, you are the co-hostess with the mostest, and I want to celebrate you because last night you were recognized in the top 25 power rankers in all of Canada. Congratulations, Paula. And we have other
Thank
power
you.
rankers. We have Kim McDermott on the call. We have Brian and Carol from Baca Holdings. Anybody else on the call that was in the top power rankers last night? I just want to celebrate everybody because
Barb and Randy.
all right, there we go. We're on our way. Congratulations. This company celebrated over 450,000 rank advancements last year. We have gained number 2 momentum in the world. Number 2 momentum in the world in our industry. You get ready to hang on to your horses. Everybody's got your horses and we're ready to go, right? Let's get this party underway. Screen share first. Paula, you can give me the thumbs up that everything is happening.
Yep.
We're good.
There we go.
Okay. Fabulous. Now I have to put my glasses on. Okay. It's okay to be a cowgirl with glasses, right?
That's right.
All right. Thank you, everybody. My name is Ricia Adair. I'm a Canadian. I live in Manzanillo, Mexico, and I celebrate with you tonight's information, Partner Co. And it couldn't have been said better by our partners and our founders. Our slogan is to power health and prosperity around the world. And that is so very true as we go forward and celebrate not only so many health successes, but we're going to hear from our guest speakers tonight who have achieved great financial success as well. All right, make sure the lines are muted, please, Paula, and we're ready to go.
Okay.
So this is my pretty dream home in Manzanillo, Mexico. We moved into our home in October 2023 on Mike's birthday, actually, in the pouring rain. And, we were so excited. We had seen the home twice for 1-hour visits at each time, put our offer in while we were in Canada. We negotiated back and forth. And here we are. We drove through the torrential rain to move in, only to find that, guess what? A house that's unattended in the tropics can make for not a very pretty beginning. And we were blown away. The pool was all green, covered in algae. The pool deck was all grown over from the lot next door. And salitre chunks of cement were falling off the walls. Doorknobs were rusting off. That we couldn't get the garage door open because it had broken down. I think anyone that owns a house has a story like this, right? But you can compound it tenfold when your house is in the tropics. So fast forward, we went through our little bit of savings of $50,000 in 6 weeks to hustle and get our little mini boutique resort ready for the upcoming season. And guess what? We didn't know anything about running a hotel. So we had given everybody friends and family rate, and they had e-transferred last September. The money was long since spent. So here we are going through our savings so fast. And then we can't get title. So I'm saying to the lawyer, where's my title? Where's the title? And he's just making some cock and bull story about where the title is. Well, I finally went to the notary and they said, your lawyer didn't pay the closing costs. He stole $23,000 of closing costs, which ended up in going to good old Scotiabank for a line of credit online. And I ended up with so much anxiety. I had stress. I ended up with shingles, a UTI that lasted 4 months. It was not living the dream in the first year. I need to share that with you. It was a very, very, very difficult first year. So I found comfort in chocolate cake and ice cream. We had dessert twice a day and lots of lasagna and spaghetti and sauces and goopy cheeses and all that. So I ended up being sick and sicker. I ended up getting very heavy. And even though I walked that beach and climbed the hill and swam the ocean, nothing changed for me. So I called my doctor, Dr. Tom, what could it ever be? This is a bad way for me to be. And he says, Ricia, with all this research, there's no doubt you have FFB. Dr. Tom, what could that possibly be? He says, Ricia, you're fat, frumpy, and broke. And so true came that magic day, April 17th, 2024, that changed my life. Chris and Joni Bod, love them to bits. Friends of mine, Canadians from Costa Rica, they called and said, Ricia, you need these drops. I think Joni saw a fat picture on Facebook or something. And I went, my first voice said, I need these drops. The second voice said, you don't have any money to buy anything like that. And the third voice said, how can you make it happen? So I actually found $159, and that's what I started my life with 15 months ago. Joni said, Ricia, get posting on Facebook. There are thousands of people that have had amazing testimonies with these products, and we need to share this with the world. So my first day that I posted, there was 2 other posts according to our system of growth. And then my third post that very day was this one here. Something silly like, yay, my skinny drops have arrived. And with that one post, as you can see, there were 59 comments, which resulted in 20 new customers, 6 new brand partners joined me in that business. Let me fast forward. I also set a goal to earn $10,000 by September 1st. You see the date, April 22nd. I achieved that goal by July 15th. And I went, wow, I've got a vehicle here. I can set some goals. I'm a master goal setter. So what do I want? A brand new fridge, not only for myself, but in the other 2 villas. 3 fridges were delivered in that magic 7 months. We were able to paint the house. My husband said, I like the white. I said, not in this marriage, honey. We're going for full color. We live in Mexico, so we've got these gorgeous colors splashed around the house. And then we replaced every single air conditioner system in every room of the house as well. We are now experiencing something like I've never seen before in my 25 years in network marketing. I've never seen such a system that people actually come to me and say, Ricia, I want your product. Ricia, I want to join your team. I've never had that in my golden years. Then we got Mike Motorcycle, of course, because what the heck? We could. We built a new pergola. This is a very expensive reconstruction. The previous one was falling apart and it was in a point of danger. We rebuilt that. December 24th, we had a nice little surprise. It was called an earthquake. And what did that do is it cracked our swimming pool walls and we lost all the water in the pool. By December 31st, the pool was empty. And we had guests coming in January 2nd. I had the great fun to call these people and say, we're looking forward to seeing you, but guess what? The pool's broken. We were able, thanks to our Income with Partner Co., to expedite a crew that came in and expeditiously, they repaired our pool, complete with brand new lights in the pool, which we celebrate, and reopened the pool January 14th. Folks, I'm not saying this to impress you, but impress upon you. I have never experienced this in my life, that my world can turn around financially so very quickly. And again, I have 25 years in the industry. I've been with a lot of companies. I want to say this too. They sent us, and many people, Barbara and Randy are on the call with me tonight. They were also in Punta Cana. If you were in Punta Cana with me, please put a Cana in the chat. What an amazing trip. It was a 5-star vacation, diamond vacation, I call it. Everything was paid for. The zip lining, the parties, the fun, the dinners, everything was paid for. It was just a glorious rewards trip. So this all happened in my first year with this company. Pinch me, is this real? There were also 178 brand new friends in Punta Cana alongside with me, and many of us were in our first year with this company. Now let's get, because that's why I wanted the drops in the first place. As you can see from my top pictures compared to my lower right, there is terrific changes that happen in my body in just 13 days. 13 days, I saw the transition. Fast forward to 90 days, I went from size 18 to size 9. And I look at that girl on the left and I don't remember getting that big and heavy. How does it happen? How did that fat girl get inside my computer anyway? I am so grateful. There I am with Barbara Hoyle, my leader in Chapala, Mexico, sporting my skinny white jeans, size 9. That picture on the left was taken in Las Vegas on our way down to our dream home. So for you too, your transition can happen very, very quickly on a health level and also on a financial level. Let's talk about how you can do it. But first, I want to introduce you to Darren Zobrist and John Wadsworth. These guys are amazing. They're the owners of our company. They bought several great companies, brought them all together, called them Partner Co. Every one of these companies had amazing, stellar products. And together, we are positioning ourselves for all the solutions that you can imagine possible that each and every one of us need. Let's look at what's happening today, the systematic poisoning in our foods. We've got a problem that our grandparents have never seen. The water we drink, the chemtrails, the air we breathe, what we put on our skin. There are so many toxins and residues in our bodies that is making us very sick. Add to this the proliferation of sugar in all our food products and the fact that most of what we eat today is not even food anymore, food-like products. And the scientists have done that purposely so we get addicted to those foods. And again, it leads to serious health issues. All of this also contributes to hormonal imbalance. Your leptin, insulin, ghrelin, and cortisol are just a few of the hormones that influence our appetite, metabolism, and body fat distribution. Do you know that people who are obese have hormone levels that actually encourage the accumulation of body fat? So no matter how little you cut back and eat so little, and no matter how much you exercise and all that, if you're out of balance, you're still going to have serious issues. Let's look at the symptoms of hormone imbalance, and I had no idea until I started working with this company. Mood swings, low libido, headaches, night sweats, and food cravings, and usually the sugars and carbs, hot flashes, acne, insomnia, fatigue and tiredness, and weight gain. These are all symptoms directly related to hormonal imbalance. Well, we have well over 100 products, and I love every one of our products. I consume as many as come into the Mexican catalog. They balance your hormones, healthy weight loss, increased energy. How about strengthening your immunity health, reduces inflammation, nutrition? We have gut health, athletics, athletes love our products for the better performance experience. And again, we have a tried and tested and proven system with the many scientists and doctors on board. Dr. Ray Strand, our chief medical officer, well known around the world for the many books that he's written. Dr. Joshua Plant, he's the only scientist that I know that ever graduated out of Harvard with honors with a PhD in 3 years. Holy cow, huh? Dr. Pina, love this guy. He's actually in my backyard. He's a gastrointestinal expert, one of the ones that runs the seminars while all the other doctors are taking notes. He actually invented our probiotics product. Brilliant man. We've got Brett West, so many people on our science council, including Dr. Crystal Vance on the Wellness Council. We have many athletes on the Athletic Council. And together, all of these people oversee 215 published clinical studies. And again, the annual quality tests that we're constantly checking to ensure that you get the quality of product that we promised you. What got me excited is that we have a global company and we could do business in 50 plus countries. Of course, I live in Mexico. Being a Canadian, the majority of my people are Canadians. I have a lot of American friends, people from all over the world. Thank goodness I paid my Wi-Fi bill that day that Joni called me. You too can do a global business in over 50 markets, and it's as simple as this. You post from our system of growth a testimonial of Jane. Your friend in Italy, Maria, sees that picture of Jane and says, how can I get these drops? Indeed, the European office is able to fulfill that order. The following Friday, you get a commission. It's completely transparent. There are no international business numbers, tax numbers, applications. It is that easy to do business worldwide. And our many products that came together as an example of this acquisition includes some of my favorites. Lucim, to my knowledge, is the only breathable skincare roll-on mask in the world. It was created by a team of dermatologists in 2005, targeted towards problem skin. Marlene shows us her beautiful legs here. She suffered for years with eczema, lots of scratching and discomfort. After just a few weeks of rolling, she was able to manage her situation. Adult acne, take a good look at the stretch marks, ladies. Signs of aging, rosacea, surgery scars, old battle wounds. It's a beautiful product. You need one in your medicine cabinet. You need one in your beauty cabinet. And with it still being summer, this is great for insect bites, wasp bites, poison ivy itch, all those sorts of things. So it's a great product to have. The noni is one of my favorites. As a matter of fact, Brett West did a seminar on a Saturday morning, and I was only about 3 weeks into the business. And I heard all the values of what the noni does, the most efficacious fruit in the world. It is basically your complete army of soldiers that protect you from all those nasty things out there. So it's going to support your immunity system. How about joint health, going up and down the stairs with ease, in and out of the truck, in and out of an airplane, fights all those harmful free radicals and protects against oxidative damage. This is what you want to have first thing in the morning. And I just learned you take 2 ounces followed by a full glass of water on an empty stomach, and that makes the noni work best inside your body. Noni and collagen, another one of my favorites. Of course, we have the noni. We all want the collagen for the younger looking skin, but collagen is also really great for the youth of your internal organs as well. And the Nutrify, my goodness, to properly give these products justice, I would need a good 40 minutes. So I'm going to buzz over these as quick as I can. The probiotics, in my opinion, the best probiotic product in the world, again, created by Dr. Pena. And this has 15 strains of pre and probiotic with billions of them inside that patented bottle that's going to protect the product against any kind of heat conditions. Omega Q, the best for your brain, for your heart. Rejuvenex is for your energy as well as for your brain. Optimal M minerals, Optimal B for vitamins. And this duet covers everything from your eyes, your lungs, your muscles, your blood, your bones. Who would ever think about taking a vitamin for your lungs? Well, guess what? A few years ago, I had part of my lung removed and I suffered going up and down the hills. After I've been taking the Optimal M, the Optimal B, and the Vinali, which is also great for your lungs, I can get up and down that hill without issues. So these are all great, great products that you actually are going to feel the difference. You're going to feel younger, you're going to feel stronger, you're going to feel healthier. Vinali is our best seller in France and China. A lot of people take it specifically after weight loss with the drops. They like to tighten up their skin. It's so high in vitamin C, including a very organic special grapeseed extract from a special mountain in Italy. So what people are saying is that in turn, it helps them with their allergic situations, and many people no longer suffer from their allergies. Now, when I was first starting, I had a 3-way call with a fellow called Ricia Adair, and I was telling him about my owies and my fingers and toes. And he said, Ricia, as soon as you get a paycheck, you need to buy the MOA. The MOA is a blend of 36 superfoods. All of these come from exotic destinations, very expensive raw ingredients. And again, superfoods that you're going to drink in your sachet. I love to have it cold. It has black pepper in it, which helps for the nutrition to enter faster inside your body. I love it. It's so good. Actually, Russell told me he uses it as a salad dressing, which is great, right? So this is going to help you. Well, it helped me anyway with serious inflation in my fingers and toes and my heels as well, too, because I had quite an issue with my heels. And within just a few short weeks, I've noticed as I'm walking my dog in my crazy flip-flops that I'm not hurting anymore. And wow. So MOA is my go-to number one. That's the first thing in my body. This lady here had ankle surgery that went south in just a few days of drinking the MOA. Her feet were back to being pretty again. Sugar Stop is great. We do have a food program with the drops, but every now and then you're going to want to cheat that favorite Italian restaurant or Uncle Henry's birthday party. So the Sugar Stop is a powder, tastes like mango, mix it with water. It's so good. And it's going to help you block all those sugars that come from white sugars, the sucralose, as well as the sugars formed by carbohydrates. So this is a special treat when you want to go out and go off plan and help you stay on track of that low glycemic index in your body. Advantage, my friend Christine just ordered it today along with the sugar stop, because what they do with the drops is expedite weight loss. The Advantage specifically increases your metabolism. It burns calories 10 times more, gets leaner faster. And how about reduces that stubborn visceral fat around your waist and your hips? Activates fat burning cells in your brown adipose tissue and helps prevent weight regain following weight loss. The visceral fat is considered by the doctors now to be the killer fat. So if you ever have to have surgery, you don't want your doctors fighting through layers and layers of fat. You need to get rid of that and also be easier on your heart. Now, this is my breakfast, guys. Pure Energe is the best protein shake I've ever encountered on any market. It has 18 grams of pea protein. It's loaded with probiotic, prebiotic, loads of vitamins and minerals. If all the food should disappear tomorrow and you had clean water with your Pure Energe, you would be well nutrified. I love the Power Boost. In Mexico, we call it the cocoa. It gives that chocolate flavor to my shakes. I love it with my morning coffee. Giving Greens is your green drink. It's now 2.5 pounds of vegetables that you wouldn't probably have in any given day. And now one of my favorites is the Renew. Fountain of Youth in a Box, I call it. Helps combat the natural aging process to promote youth and vitality. The Renew actually teaches your body to open pathways to create its own HGH, because as we age, the body produces less and less. And the benefits of HGH include improved body composition, improved bone mineral density, improved quality of life, increased lean body mass, and it lowers bad cholesterol. It improves your sex life, better heart health, and helps tissues grow and regenerate. So you definitely want this Fountain of Youth in your shopping cart as well. When we were in Punta Cana, there were so many people, and you look at them and you go, wow, they look 30 years younger than they actually are. We have the Fountain of Youth in our products. Let's get serious here, guys. In all of the world, Mexico, Canada, and the US are the highest in overweight and obesity statistics. These are somber numbers, and disease comes from the obesity and the overweight. We need to curb that. We need to get it under control. But so many of us, with our hormones out of balance, with that addiction to sugar, the addiction to carbs, we can't do it. We need help. And that's where the Slenderies Day and Night Drops come from. The perfect duet. Now, I'm going to share with you, I'm in Mexico, so I have the pre-meal and night formula. We have many Americans on the call with us tonight. You have the Slenderies Accelerate formula. And the many Canadians on the call with us, we have the Day Drops and the Night Drops formula. We have 3 different formulas, all created by scientists, created by doctors, backed by scientists, and they're all different ingredients, but they come together and give you the very, very same results. What can these results be? Well, you will drop twice the weight as diet alone. Again, they're created by doctors. They do not contain hormones or stimulants. Absolutely safe and effective. Clinically proven, doctor recommended. These drops are absolutely a game changer, as you're going to hear from our live testimonies coming up. They're going to help you balance your hormones. Rapid weight loss controls your appetite and stops those sugar cravings. I celebrate. I was such an addict. I love my sugar 2 or 3 times dessert dailies. It was stupid. I have not had sugar for how many days is that? Since April 22nd, 2024, over 500 days. Helps with migraines, better sleep, improved libido, more energy, improved digestion, controls mood swings. So we're all happy all the time. Clarity and memory, it lifts that brain fog, improves your immune system, reduces inflammation, and so much more. In the last 16 years, there's been well over 1 million bottles sold with so many happy customers. Now, you're going to want the best results possible, and the drops are going to help you with that, but we need your cooperation in participating in our approved food list. Loaded with plant and animal-based proteins, vegetables, fruits, healthy fats. There's so many things, you will not go hungry. As a matter of fact, this buffet was prepared by my team in Vancouver Island. Look at all the beautiful foods on this table, all of it on plan. So again, we do not go hungry. We have so much to eat in our program. Blend it with your water, drinking lots of water every day, exercise 15 to 30 minutes, 5 days a week, and watch the results start to happen and transform your body in just 28 days. Katie Fear, amazing transition in 30 days. Now look at James LaPonce. Yeah, guys, you have hormones too. 47 pounds in 4 months. He looks like the younger brother of the dude on the left. Dr. Crystal, many years ago, about 6 or 7 years ago, lost 162 pounds. She lost an entire person, and she has not regained the weight, again, because we adopt a lifestyle. Athletes have far better performance with our products. Julie Park, you need to listen to her testimonial. Wow, you can find it on my YouTube channel. If you don't mind, Paula, typing in the YouTube channel for my station there so people can go back and hear some of these testimonials. Julie went from a lady who was almost dead, suffering with sepsis, and wow, she was very, very sick, to the sexy, bubbly gal that she is today. The Hublers, Josh is a physiotherapist, well convinced of the science of the products, and you can see the reaction, or rather the appearance in their face. I've been on holidays for the last 10 days, so I've been out of sorts a little bit here. So forgive me for tripping over my words, but Sheila, wow, when she was on our call, there wasn't a dry eye in the house. She had come from chemo and radiation cancer treatments. So she lost her joie de vivre. She was very sick, and our products brought her back to life, including she said goodbye to 25 pounds. Chris Bailey had Lyme disease and was having difficulty finding any kind of help until he got the drops. Selena Kirby, her A1C numbers came way down, all managed with her diabetes and her high blood pressure, plus she looks like she's 30 years younger. Ashley is enjoying no more night sweats, and Reese said goodbye to his Dr. Pepper addiction, his Oreo cookie addiction, and 65 pounds. Anne and Chad together lost well over 125 pounds, and Chad is off of 12 medications. Jerry not only lost 12 pounds, but he also mentions that he no longer has the shakes and acid reflux, as my husband as well too. Mike always said he had death-defying acid reflux, that nothing could be done. Well, guess what? He now no longer suffers from it. He's well on his way to being very healthy, and he is 7 pounds from his high school weight. Colleen Braden had lost this weight in less than 8 months. She's looking amazing, and it was not difficult for her. Tammy Frankfurt, you can see on her body, the lady on the left doesn't look like she needs to lose weight, but yet she's 58 years old. Have a look at her there. Have a look at Tammy there. She's got the body of a 21-year-old. Sherry Brookbank, 40 pounds. Sherry, congratulations. Sharon Smith, my goodness, she's a grandmother and she looks like she's 16. Nancy, who's on the call with us tonight, she was very sick. She just got the labs back from her doctor that said, Nancy, no longer do I need to be of service to you because you are the picture of health. Wow. Her husband, Wayne, who's dancing around, he's no longer carrying that extra weight. Valerie, she's our poster girl. If you see any brochures on the drops, you'll see Valerie's picture. She's lost a whole bunch of weight. Dale, who's on the call with us tonight. Oh, wow. What an amazing transformation. And this all happened in only 60 days for Dale. And it's not only about the weight loss, it's also about so many different things that can happen inside your body when you're out of balance. The fungus in Gwen's toes she had for 30 years, and now she has her happy feet back. Penny had a problem. She was very, very sick. She had colon cancer and 5 operations that didn't work so well for her. After 60 days on the drops, you can see the difference with Penny. And Barbara, who's on the call tonight, one of my very dear friends. I just love that chubby little belly. And look at her sporting her size 5 skinny jeans. And I'm not going to tell you how old Barbara is, but I'm telling you, she looks 40 years younger than she actually is. Tiger Jaswinski was suffered from COVID and was dependent on oxygen. He's on the drops. And again, I don't want to say that our product cures or heals anything. It's just coincidence that a lot of people are getting a lot better and feeling more healthier and younger and stronger when they have our product. Tiger is now bench pressing. He just was on our call recently bragging about bench pressing 400 pounds. Charlene Closter, my dear friend who's up in northern British Columbia, she had a bad fall living in her lakefront home. Her son wanted to take her out of the house, put her into assisted living. She said, no, let me have my drops for 2 weeks. Well, there we have Charlene taking a picture from her aquafit. She's lost a whole bunch of weight, and she actually danced across the stage in Calgary when she was celebrated with the rank advancement. And beside her was Cheryl also dancing on that stage. Cheryl has lost over 50 pounds, and she started in mid-January. She's lost her 50 pounds in about 4 months. Jane Storch, the lady on the left, said, no, 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 maybe 8 or 9 times. I guess I didn't hear it because I said, Jane, you just got to have these drops. The lady on the left could not even clasp her hands because her fingers were so swollen. The lady on the right came to me. She's now down 54 pounds. I saw her in May in Canada. She said, Ricia, I got to leave your meeting. I got to go buy a kayak. The guy is going to sell it, and I want to hurry up and get it. Here's Jane, who is restricted to her sofa, is now riding around on her kayak on the lake. We change lives. Leanne Boyd, everyone has a story. Again, amazing testimonial. She looks great. Let's go on with our live testimonies. I want to bring forward Talia Alanis. Talia is a certified health coach and a hormonal expert. She's lost 5 pounds. She celebrates the clip. Well, you know what? I'm going to let Talia tell her story. So happy to have her on our call tonight. Talia, come
Hola,
forward.
hola, hola. Hi, everyone.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Gracias
Yes,
por estar aquí. Thank you for being on our call tonight.
gracias por invitarme. Thank you for inviting me. Well, for me, I am a health coach. So when I came to the company, I have been, I did a lot of things prior. I was able to put into remission Hashimoto's and Graves naturally with no medication, just supplements and good eating. So when I saw the products, I was like so impressed with the ingredients. And then what it finished the deal was when I saw the eating plan. I know there is no way of healing if you don't know how to eat. And that's the way I eat. When I saw the eating plan, I was like, I want to sell this to my clients. I want to offer this because this is going to be life-changing. I have been more impressed. I have never seen a product like the drops with my clients and with my friends. It's just pretty amazing. In my own life, I tried to lower my cholesterol and I couldn't. And 2 months of using the drops and eating from the plan, I was eating from the very similar to the plan before, and I wasn't able to lower the cholesterol. And now my cholesterol is normal, is in range after 2 months of being in the drops. All my numbers improved, the clarity of mind, the energy, and everything is just much better. And all the amazing testimonials that I hear all the time from my clients and people around me is just amazing.
Wow. And you look so great, Talia. You look so awesome.
And
So
I
you're
love Renew too. I love Renew. I have a lot of new hair that I was losing hair here, and I have a bunch of new hair because of Renew, my nails, my skin.
I
So
remember we talked about that a few months ago, and you were losing your hair and you're on the products. Wow, your hair's a lot longer from what I saw you months ago.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank
And you're a
you.
health coach as well. So you have every celebration to share this product with your clients.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I'm just so excited because I have never seen the combination of the two bottles, You always see here and there, but then you have like a powerhouse in those 2 little bottles that can do a lot of good in the body.
Talia, thank you so very much. Muchísimas gracias. We're going to invite you back to our Spanish presentation coming up soon, and you could be a host with us and share your story. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Wow, awesome testimonial. I love hearing people's stories. Let's go over to Minden, Ontario. Darlene Phibbs Johnston. Wow, look at the difference in these pictures. I'm going to keep the slide on for just a moment here so everyone can have a good study. Now, you have an amazing story, Darlene. Thank you so much for joining us on our call tonight. Please unmute your line, Darlene, and come forward.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought I did.
There
Thanks for having me.
Hey, it is my pleasure. So, Darlene, how did you get introduced to the drops?
Well, I have never met Paula. but I knew she was Elsa's friend, and I seen her posting it, and then all of a sudden I seen Elsa posting, who we've been very good friends for many years. And I thought, oh, and then I had asked Elsa, but then I felt guilty because, I had talked to Paula about it, and Paula goes, "Oh no, sign up under Elsa. That's fine." She was so gracious, and I thank her for that because I would have drove her crazy. So I know I drove Elsa crazy.
Elsa's a good person. She's able to
Yes.
take. Okay, so you saw a post, and now let's hear your story, how you got started, or who was the person before the drops?
Well, I was irritated. I just wasn't myself, and everybody around knew, that I was overweight, way overweight, and I just felt awful. I had no energy, you know. Yeah, it was awful. And now I moved forward. I started in April, and of 20 or 25, so just recently. And I was on another little diet before that, but it didn't really work. And when I got on this, when I seen Elsa did it, and then I signed up with her, and I signed up with a 4-pack, and I thought, okay, well, let's see if I can do this. Well, I sold 3 like immediately, so I kept the free one for myself, which I loved. And
Wait, just a minute. You got your product for free from posting?
yes, I did.
Wow. What a
Yeah, I
system. How
loved
cool
it.
is that?
Yeah, I know, no kidding, eh? So, yeah, I don't know what is in these drops. And I tell everybody that. But in the first week, I felt like there was an aura around me. I felt fantastic. And even my husband says, "Wow, you're in a good mood." And he goes, "I haven't seen that mood in a long time." And I goes, "I feel fabulous." I said, "I honestly do." I said, and I hadn't, it was the first week. I think I lost 3 pounds or something like that. But that got me the motivation to say, yes, I can do this. And I liked the taste of the drops. So, yeah, fast forward to now, I am down as of this morning, another half pound. So 57.5 pounds.
Wow, that is so
Yes.
fantastic. And
Yeah.
tell me
And
your start date again.
it was mid-April. Yeah.
Mid-April. Here we are
Yeah.
in August.
Yeah. And I've already progressed to vice president.
Congratulations, but not for
Yes.
long. I understand you're moving
I'm really
quickly.
hoping. My goal was the end of August to have senior vice president. I am working on it, but
Well, you
uh,
got all day tomorrow.
I know.
Congratulations, Darlene. It's such a joy to have you on the call, and congratulations on your health achievements and your financial achievements as well.
Thank you so much. And thank you for inviting me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Absolutely. We're going to have you back with as our special guest of honor. So, folks, it's time to make a decision and set yourself up for victory. You no longer need to be packing around the extra 10, 20, 30. You no longer need to have all those issues. Just release them. And I'm telling you, I have so many people every week on my program, 6 a week, actually. I have heard hundreds and hundreds of testimonials over the last year. Everyone is experiencing amazing results with our product. So believe you can, and you're halfway there. That's all it takes. Just imagine yourself in that bathing suit, in that special pair of skinny jeans, or for you gentlemen, whatever it is that you'd like to accomplish. So how do you get the drops? Number one, you can become a customer and buy retail, but nobody wants to spend extra money, right? So why not have a membership so you can get your product for free? And I guarantee you, people will say in 3, 4 days, wow, Darlene, Talia, you look different. What is that you're doing? We all love to share and help others. So what are we going to do? We're going to tell them about the drops. This company wants to pay you for that. And it's that simple, that referral business that we do all the time anyway. You're going to get your replicated website, your back office, all the tools you need, amazing training. In Canada, it's a one-time, lifetime $37.95. I just heard some things on the officers' call today about some tools that are coming your way that will rock this company from number 2 momentum into number 1. They are looking after you, and your $37.95 or US $29.95 membership covers all of these new tools that are coming your way. I can't let the cat out of the bag. Barbara, don't tell him nothing. But just a minute. I got my favorite little kitty cat that's climbing on my desk. Another office assistant here. And of course, they always like to walk on the keyboard. Let me ask you this. How would you manage? Let's say you're a tradesperson, a carpenter, an electrician, a plumber, and something happened to your main arm, your main hand, a sprained thumb. How would you manage? How would you manage with all these disastrous fires that happened over this last summer? If your house was threatened, if you were evacuated, if heaven forbid your house burnt down? How would you manage if your child was sick, your grandchild was sick, and you needed to be there? How would you manage if your elder parents were sick and you needed to be with them 4 months, maybe even move them into your house? Or what about construction that came along right in front of your business and blocked customer access, or maybe your place of work and the boss said, I can't pay you anymore, you're laid off? Or what if you were a kayak and summer director in one of these beautiful lakes in Eastern Canada and the government said, no more people in the woods, no more people on the lakes, and you've waited all season to be able to host your groups? How would you manage? Having a plan B is no longer a nicety. It's a necessity. You need to have that plan B because you never can predict what's going to come your way. And the results that we're going to share with you depend on your individual effort, skill set, your willingness to learn, your passion, and your motivation and desires. Let's talk about now the financial end. We've already talked about the health end, and we've heard about people are getting healthy. Now, how can we turn these drops into profits? We heard how Darlene got her products for free. Let's talk about that. First of all, as a brand partner, you will get 30% off from regular retail. So you're going to enjoy 30 points in profits. As an example, in the United States, a 4-pack is $3.71. Use one for yourself, sell the other free. So in other words, just like Darlene, you can get your box free. You profit $222, get a box free. And this is our system of growth. We've heard how people are coming on board because of seeing a post somewhere. Canada, a 4-pack is $500. And again, you're going to profit over $200 as well as get your box free. So this turning social media into profit is a brilliant platform. There's an international market waiting out there for you. We have a system called boards. All the testimonies, all the answers, the questions, everything is inside this board app. And it's super easy. All it is copy and play or copy and paste, plug and play. Here's an example of Rick and Crystal's post, 210 pounds lost together. Can you imagine the comments that came in for that? So we'd like to help you set an ideal goal to get to the top pay rank of our company in your first 30 days, right? With our system of growth, you can do it because we have what everybody wants. Over 30 days, you're looking at profits in Canada about $2,100, in the US about $2,700, plus you can get your product for free. So how does this work? First thing, activate your position with 200 points so you're eligible to receive commissions. How does that work? Well, there's your 4-pack. It's 200 points, 208 points in Canada, 200 points in the United States. It's a great way to start. But I'm going to recommend the Renew is such a great product. It also helps you get into that deep REM sleep. You will have the best sleeps of your life. Add it in with your 4-pack. You will never regret that. Plus the Renew combined with the drops is a great combination to accelerate weight loss and lower your cortisol levels. For a short time going forward, we have some special packs in Canada. It's called the Member Pack, 200 points. The Business Pack, the higher the pack, the more you'll get paid in commissions, and I'll explain that in a minute. The Business Pack is there, the Elite Pack, and we went over many of these products, explaining it to you, but I do recommend, if it works into your budget, the Ultimate Pack. In Canada, it's 3 times the 10 packs, or in the United States, it's a 30 pack. So again, you're going to be looking at some serious profits of $2,143, and you get yours for free, and many, many brand partners. If you have gone to Ultimate in your first 4 weeks, will you please put top pay in the chat so our guests can see how successful this program really is? The more you buy, the bigger the discounts and the bigger the profits. A 10-pack brings your unit cost down to $88 in the United States. The 20-pack is an option, but again, I'd recommend go for the 30-pack. It's the best unit cost. It's $77 per box, and you turn that into $2,700 of profits, and you get to top pay at the same time. We are voted not only the #2 in greatest momentum in the world, but also the best compensation plan in the industry. We get paid 9 different ways, and it still blows me away because I found out this is a green week, bravo, there's yet another paycheck coming up. I'll explain that in a minute. So you're going to want to stay qualified for commissions because at any time you can meet that whippersnapper that's going to come onto your team and be like Darlene and just become vice president in no time. So you want to sell her by 100 points of product. And there are so many amazing products. Start experimenting, and I'm telling you, you will love every single product from Partner Co. So again, you will enjoy 30% in retail profits. And now Mary's going to come along and say, just like Darlene did actually, and just like Talia did, I don't want to be a retail customer. I'd like to become a brand partner and get my product wholesale. It just makes sense, especially with such a low startup rate, right? So if you buy a 4-pack, you'd be activated at 200 points. And when Mary purchases 1,000 points of product, you would earn 15%. If you purchased a business pack or worked your way up to business, you would earn 20% on Mary's 1,000. The elite would make 25% and the ultimate would be 30%. Now we want to help you get there in your first 4 weeks. Very, very important, because you're also going to trigger another method of pay called matching bonus. So as an ultimate, you would make double the amount of money on Mary's purchase when you personally sponsor, and you would be getting those percentages on all of your personal brand partners in their first 4 weeks or until they get to ultimate. And after that, it goes to what we call base commissions at 15%. So again, your ultimate pack, a 3x 10-pack in Canada or a 30-pack in the US, in my opinion, it's the best way to start. If I could have done that, if I wasn't so broke back then, I would have certainly chosen this pack, get the monkey off my back, get to that top pay right away so I can focus on building my business. Let's talk about base commissions. Mary is a new line for you. You've got Henry in Toronto and maybe Alicia in Kansas. So Mary's line goes to town. She knows everybody in Chicago. And you've got Howard in Toronto. As he builds his line, that's what we call your pay leg. It's a little less in volume than Mary's, who is your power leg. And then we also have Alicia. You would get paid 15% every Friday on the commission, on the volume of your 2 pay legs, or 3 or 4 or 5, depending how many you've built with your strategy, every single Friday. It adds up. I'm telling you, it adds up very, very quickly. As a matter of fact, when you earn $250 in any given week, they would put 15% aside in what we call a savings bonus account. As that adds up, there's a little wheel in the back office that shows you how close you're getting. They're going to give you a phone call and let you know you have earned your 10,000 bonus. Since Partner Co convention last year called PXP, there were several people on stage, and I know for a fact there's going to be at least 3 times more on stage coming up in September. Jerry and Allison, they have just triggered their bonus. Then we have the Antleys that have triggered theirs. And the Antleys had a house fire shortly before they got their 10,000 bonus. Wow, this company is just loaded with gifts. Kim and Eric Gray, who triggered theirs as well. Chris and Joni in only 8 months, bringing it home to Canada. Chris's father triggered his in 10 months. My sister from another mother, Christy Walsh, she triggered hers the same day I did. So again, I want you to write down in the chat, what would you do with your 10,000 US dollar bonus? Yes, Canadians, it comes into your bank as US dollars. I'm going to Africa at the end of January. There's still lots of room on the bus. If you want to come, put in the chat where you would go with your $10,000 bonus. It brings in about 13,700 Canadian. Now let's talk about the matching bonus. When you bring in Mary and Howard and Alicia, those are all people that you personally sponsored. And when they get a base commission check, in addition to every other way you get paid, you're going to get 15% of their check. Of course, separate, they keep 100% of their check, and this is over and above. So if Mary got $1,000 base commission check, you would get $150, and so on and so forth. Mary brought in Helen. That's your second generation. You would get 10% of Helen's check. Helen brought in Edgar. You would get 5% of Edgar, and so on. It's 7 generations of families. It could add up to a significant amount if people are only bringing in 4 people. That's it, 4 people. Look at the difference of what that could make for you. These base commission checks add up really significantly. We get paid yet one more way. Your lifestyle rewards build your business to fund your fun. In 2024 was the Tahiti trip. People cash in their lifestyle credits and we just get paid for what we know how to do. Sponsor customers, sponsor brand partners, purchase our own product, advance in rank. That's what we all do. And as you do it, we now are going to have a tracking system that shows you how close you are to the next trip. So that's really an exciting thing. Oops, sorry, Barbara. I let the cat out of the bag a little bit there. We got some exciting stuff coming your way. You got to go to PXT to hear all about it. Grand Hyatt Bahamas last July, Punta Cana, of which I was there. Again, I think in the chat we had a few people that wrote in Cana. And another group in Bali went to Bali. Put in the chat Bali if you were present on this trip. I know Barbara was as well. So, wow, can you believe it? Barbara just started this business only 15 months ago. This company is already helping her and Randy build a house in the Carolinas. She's been on a beautiful trip to Bali, been on a beautiful trip to Punta Cana, and so much more. And that's what this company does for your ordinary person like you and me. Now it brings me great pleasure to bring on board our special guest, Kimberly Tibbitt Silveriio. She is an officer with our company. She was an airline stewardess, or I guess steward or attendant, I should call it. And she has recovered from substance abuse. She is now clean for 8 years. I celebrate that. She's just an all-around good person. She's had an amazing testimonial with these products. And I'm dying to know who that beautiful little boy is. Kimberly, thank you so much for coming on board the call.
Hey guys, thank you for having me, Ricia. I really appreciate it.
There you are. Let's go to Dallas, girl. You got your hat.
Yes,
You're
I'm
ready to
ready for
go.
PXT. Yes, and I see my family, Barb and Randy. I see they have their hat on too.
Right on. We're all going to Dallas.
That's
Kimberly,
right.
how did your story start? Let us hear about your story.
So, okay, so I had gained quite a bit of weight when I was, after I came out of substance abuse. I became, addicted to food and sugar and all that, gained a lot of weight. So I started the injections a couple years back, maybe about a year and a half ago, and was super sick on the injections, a lot of side effects, a lot of hair loss, and just felt terrible all around. So I had been watching my friend Rachel for a while. I'm actually in North Carolina. I know that slide said Maryland, but North Carolina, and she lived in Virginia Beach, and we grew up in the same hometown. So I've been watching her since July, and finally decided to, after I gained some weight, after I came off the injections in the winter, around late fall, I decided to jump on the drops in January. So I started on January 4th, and within 3 days, I felt so good. I had more energy. I didn't need those afternoon naps. I wasn't having that slump in the afternoon anymore. I it was just an overall clean energy. I had a boosted mood. I felt really, really good all around. And then with a couple weeks, my night sweats were gone. I had been sleeping on towels and some nights. I mean, I was soaking through my sheets. Um, I started when I was started having night sweats and all that around 44 years old, and I started the drops at 45. So yeah, I've gotten rid of my night sweats and I just feel good overall. My hair's come back and it's thicker. So I'm just feeling really, really good. And the financial independence has really changed my life.
Wow. And in all, how many pounds have you lost?
I lost 16 pounds over the first 4 weeks. So from January to
Fantastic.
February, I was down 16 pounds, and then I've lost a total of 28 pounds.
Congratulations. And you look so young. I mean, you don't even look young enough to have a child. Is that your little boy?
Yes, that's Moses. He's 5 years old, and I'm a single mama. So everything I'm doing right now, I'm manifesting everything for him, and we're doing this. I'm loving this company and this community. It's really changed my life. To me, the people in it and everybody I've met along the way has just been their family now. And I see a lot of you on here tonight, and I just love doing this. Having the time of my life.
Yeah,
Just getting
exactly.
started.
Well,
So
this little boy's got a real sweet thing for a mother to be so motivated and passionate to build her partner co-business. So were you on the officers call today?
I was on the officer's call today. That was amazing.
What do you think of some of the stuff coming our way without letting too much out of the bag?
I
What
think
do
we have
you think about
a lot of
that?
exciting things coming. I think that we're on our way, like they've talked about. We're on our way to be $1 billion brand, and there's just so much. We're just at the beginning right now. We're just getting ready to bloom at Partner Co. So I'm just so happy to be a part of it. I thank God every day for it. January 4th, I started the drops. By January 11th, I was sharing the drops. I just couldn't keep it in. I had to get it out there. So, and Barb has been very instrumental in my success, Barb and Randy, and I'm just so grateful for
They're the
them.
best. They're the best.
Yeah, without them, I mean, this has just been an incredible journey. But Barb and I, we fell in love with each other right away. The very first time we met on January 11th, and it's just been and that's how it is here at Partner Co.
Exactly. It becomes a big hug fest, doesn't it?
Yeah, can't wait to meet you in Dallas.
I know, me too, me too. So Kimberly, what is just so wonderful about what we've got here is the fact that so many people that haven't really had success in the industry with others. They love the industry, they love the products, but they just haven't had that success. And all of a sudden comes our system of growth, and kaboom, we've got vice presidents and officers. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I think that I've been in other platforms and I couldn't get anywhere near where I'm at, and I reached officer within, let's see, 5 months, maybe 4 or 5 months. So
Congratulations.
it's been incredible. The system of growth. I mean, they literally give us a plug and play system where it's all done for us. They've created it for us. We just click a button, we post it, and these are real people with real results. And then once you start really meeting these people and, in person, which we could have events to do that at, it really grows your belief and you start to, link arms with these people, and then you just have a bigger community. So we just have so much support here. That's another
Yeah,
thing. I've never been at a platform with so much support and just a big family, it feels
I
like.
know. It's the best. We've got the best executive team, the owners. Like when they called me with the $10,000 bonus, as they called Barbara and Randy, John remembered a story I told him when I was recruiting a Melaleuca person on the bus when I was going to Puerto Vallarta. He remembered all that.
Yeah.
And imagine that tens and hundreds of thousands of brand partners there are worldwide. But I hear it from so many people that he remembers us, he remembers the details about us, and they love us. They really do love their brand partners.
Yes. And I went to Columbus Connect, and whew, I had an amazing, amazing experience there. And it was an experience,
Yeah. Oh
it's
my God.
meeting John, and just they treat everybody the same. And I love that about our leadership.
Exactly. You know, Kimberly, I'm so grateful to have you on board, and I'm going to be celebrating the senior officer dance with you because you'll be there very, very soon. I'm
I'm
sure
running for it, girl. I'm running.
go on. You got a full 24 hours. Make it happen, girl.
That's
Thank
right.
you so very much for being on our call and helping us coordinate with our other guest speakers tonight. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Risha. Have a great night, guys.
Another amazing story. Just love it. So, what would balance look and feel like for you? You heard it from Talia, you heard it from Kimberly, you heard it from Darlene. How will you know if the products are working for you? Well, like me, I have more energy. I feel like I'm a 35-year-old energizer bunny. You sleep better, improve mood, increase in your libido, reduction in inflammation. And it's not only about getting well, but it's or getting thin. It's about getting well again too, right? Better elimination and digestion, less brain fog, boost in immunity, and that overall sense of well-being. When you go to work tomorrow, when you go to that family barbecue, you know, the tail end Labor Day weekend festivities, you're going to meet people, and all of them have everything here on this screen, like you and I have. All of us, because the world is all the same. We need to stand out and approach these people. And when you look at what we have, it's over 100 products in 7 multi-billion-dollar industries. We're trending like crazy. It's no mistake that we're number 2 in momentum. We've sold over 1 million bottles of the drops. We're available in 50 global markets. We've got 172 plus million bottles of noni sold. We've been winning award after award. This company is making precedents. So let us ask you this. Are you a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4? The 1 is the one that wants to buy the drops retail, and that's okay. We love our retail customers, but I'd really love for you to save money, so at least become a brand partner or wholesale customer so you can get that 30% off. Well, what about the 3s? Now you can start putting in the chat 1, 2, 3, or 4. Are the 3s in the house that want to get on this health and wealth train and ride? Or how about the 4s that want to get on this health and wealth train and ride it big all the way to destination prosperity? Do we have any 4s in the house with us tonight? You've heard my 1-year story. Kimberly is coming up to her 1-year story, and she's already accomplished amazing results. Darlene is well on her way, and she's brand new in the business. Where will you be when I talk to you 1 year from now? I'd love to have you on my call and interview you and hear your 1-year story. What will it be? Because it all starts with the decision we make today. There's an old African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. If you want to go fast and far, go with Partner Co. So you can enjoy all that fabulous life, the time, freedom, the body you love, financial stability. We are a hug fest crowd, so I hope you like hugging, all those luxury experiences. Enrolling is easy. It's just a matter of simply choosing your favorite products. The person who invited you on the call can certainly share their experiences with you on the products that they loved. I want to say thank you very, very much. Our next call is Tuesday, September 2nd. So I want to take this moment to wish everybody happy last long weekend of the summer. If you're wishing that you had more summer, then come and see me at my villas in Manzanillo. And thank you so very much to Kimberly as our special guest tonight, to Darlene as our testimony, as well as Talia as our testimony. Thank you to you, brand partners, for supporting the call. Thank you to the guests, because this was really all about you. And thank you very much to Paula Snow-Keough, my beautiful co-host.